Alright guys, well here we are at Florida Fine Cars, if you can see that. I did see a couple of cars here that I might be interested in. The major one is the BMW 228i. We're gonna take a trip inside and take a look at it, and then we'll see from there. Alright guys, so here we are by the BMW 228. Everything's pretty decent. I haven't really actually looked inside it yet. He's gonna get a dealer plate and I'm gonna drive it. It is stick. I always feel like a little under pressure when I have to like drive stick after I haven't driven stick in a while. But the only thing is these rims are curb rashed, and I'm gonna have to test the smoothability of them. You probably aren't gonna be able to see the rash on them. I'm not sure. Right here, there's some curb rash. They all pretty much have they're just beat up rims. And they're such gorgeous rims. I asked the guy if he would swap rims with his silver one, which is over here, because these are in like perfect condition. These rims are in perfect condition, literally perfect. It's a little more. This one is $21,999, basically $22,000, and you know, who knows what the tax would be. I'm not sure what it would be out the door. This one's $19,000, so there's not a much difference. Honestly, I could probably buy this and just get rims somewhere for 500 bucks. I don't know. I don't know how much rims it costs. I have no idea. But yeah, it's just the difference really is this car just looks more appealing because of the color. And that one just looks like a silver BMW. Like, you know, how many silver BMWs do you see? You see tons of silver BMWs. So it's really just a question of color, really, at this point. I mean, they have a bunch of BMWs over here, actually. They do have a white one in Miami that he would ship. And white is okay, I guess. I mean, I like white better than silver. White's still a little sportier. Here's one. Seeing some scratches on the hood here. This one's $18,000. 328. But these are bigger. These are much bigger. So, and the rims are just sort of, you know, these rims here are just sort of like, you know, boring BMW rims. Nothing fantastic. I really didn't want a 328. I've driven tons of 328s. They're not like the old 328s. Now the engines are completely different. See, now this is of course pretty nice, this one. But this is $26,000. 328 MM Sport. So it still has the same engine. So I don't know, but I'll say I do like that blue. I do like that blue. Almost looks purple on the phone for some reason. These are 30. This is 30. This BMW is 18. I think they're all basically. These are all like 328s. Of course, I'm getting hungry. I knew I would get hungry by the time I got here. 320. Even a 320 has got the same engine. It's just like one's meant for 2 people and one's meant for 4 people. And I will hardly ever take 4 people out. Trust me. So I'm gonna take this stick for a test drive, I guess. I wish I could film inside, but I can't hold the phone with the stick shift. But this is $19,000. Maybe they take $1,000 off. I don't know. Who knows? I'll be back soon. All right, guys. So I'm still at the car dealership. I drove the orange BMW, and it was a stick. And as much as I thought I would like it, something didn't feel right about it. The clutch was fine. It for some reason, I don't know if it's the way the car, the brakes. I didn't like the brakes. That's one thing. I didn't like the brakes. So I felt like the brakes needed work, and on a BMW, you know, that's something that usually isn't covered by warranty. And it rode very nice. I'll say that, but it didn't seem quick at all. It just seemed sluggish. The turbo didn't even feel like it was even spooling. It's very strange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to this. I'm going to compare it to the automatic, And I don't really care for the color of the automatic, but you know what? I like the ride. And he just actually unlocked it right now. And this one does not have road rash on the rims, so as I pointed out earlier. So I'm gonna take out the silver one, and I will report back to you guys. They also have a Vet from 2000, but who knows? I'll be back. All right, guys, I was here about an hour, and craziest thing happened is I drove two of the exact same cars. One was a manual, which was this one, and the automatic back there, the silver one, they drove completely 100% different. And even the sales guy that I was talking to had no idea what was going on. And did I lock my car? Yes, I did. They did have a Ford Focus here, but, and I'm sure it's pretty peppy, but they ain't gonna give you a BMW ride, let me tell you. So even though I do got a great deal on there's a great deal on that Mustang, like I told you. So the experience of driving the 228 manual was like I was putting in a lot of work and I wasn't getting paid for it. So I put in first, I gassed it, and before I know it, I have to switch gears. And I'm like, where's the pickup? It just wasn't there. First, second, third, it seemed slow. I didn't know what was going on. I just wrote the car off. I said 228, it's garbage. And after looking at the whole lot, G37s, this and that, I was looking for a Jaguar that was supercharged. It sold. After looking at all this time, spending time walking around the lot, I wish I could have test drove the automatic 2000 Vet, because it was only 13,000. I wish I could have test drove that. I might actually come back and test drive that. Maybe like early in the morning, because I don't like driving these cars at night in this area. I wish it was like, you know, at the crack of dawn. I could see, you know, what's going on, get a better look at the cars. But then, so I decided, you know what? Why not? Let's take out the automatic BMW 228i. I get in it, take off. I automatically love BMW's automatic. I'm like, just, it's great. Take off, we leave. I give this thing gas. 100% difference. This thing goes through the gears, 1, 2, 3, quick. And I did the manual mode all myself. And it doesn't have, unfortunately, doesn't have the paddle shifters, which, oh, you know, you get used to it. But I wish it did, but it doesn't. So I go through the gears, and I'm telling you, you hit third, and you're getting a kick in the pants. There's a kick in the pants. The car sounded better. Everything about this car just screamed, I am what this car should be. They both drove nice, but this one had the better tires, more grip. It just drove so good, and it might be what I'm gonna buy. I do have to test drive the Mustang again, but this time I have to get on this Mustang and I have to feel the power, because I drove it like a little schoolgirl, and I didn't get to really feel the 300 horsepower that the Mustang can give. So I'm gonna write this guy back after I get off with you guys, and see if he can bring it by again, and I'm just gonna go from there, and hopefully like I can really get like a full sense of the car, because they're around the same price, except one's a Mustang and one's a BMW. There's a big difference. I don't plan on owning the BMW for very long. Hopefully like within the warranty period, which I'm gonna get the Carfax from the guy. I'm gonna look at when it was exactly bought and how much is left on the factory warranty, because I really don't want to own a BMW without having some factory warranty, to be honest with you guys. Even though it only has 25,000 miles on it, it's practically a brand new BMW. So you're saving, like, I'm already saving a good $15,000, which is absolutely great. But man, you go up to 30 here at this Florida Fine Cars, and you can get some beasts. Let me tell you, just make sure you drive it, because everyone can drive completely different. Never set your mind on a car, because my mind was made up. I said, this BMW is going to be mine. It was right in my price range, and it drove like dog shit. I don't know what was wrong with this car. And honestly, I was over the manual. I'm telling you guys, don't believe the hype in manual. You know, when you get to be my age, in your mid 40s, and you're just tired of driving the stick, the clutch. It's just, you know, I drove it fine. Like you couldn't tell that I haven't driven a stick in 10 years, right? Easily. I haven't driven a stick in 10, 12, 13 years. But I instantly picked it up. I didn't forget. And it was just, but it was annoying because my mind's focused on shifting. And in Florida, your mind needs to be on the road. So I could have just left the automatic in drive and just went and floored it or whatever. I needed to, because I like the manual mode, I really do, but I like manual without stick, without a clutch. So night and day, this thing was just like a kick in the pants, dude. It was just enough speed to where you're not gonna get in trouble, and the car's not gonna like be out of control, like where it's just spinning its tires, and you know. But it handled so good. I took the corners. It handled like a BMW. It was great. So that was my day or night. That was my night at Florida Fine Cars. And till next time, guys, I'm gonna try to retest drive that Mustang. I have to know whether or not that it can keep up with this BMW or not, because the price on the Mustang is actually cheaper and it's brand new. So there is that to consider. And that has a complete factory warranty for 3 years. So need to do some research, some more research, guys. Till next time, later.